Hello, good morning all. Myself Professor Smith Tucker welcomes you all in my YouTube channel Smith Tucker. So today we will going to discuss one important topic of dynamics of machinery. It is balancing. Okay, this is very important. So we will see some introduction of balancing, then we will see balancing, static balancing, dynamic balancing, then balancing of rotating masses, balancing of reciprocating masses. But in today's lecture we will throw more light on balancing of rotating masses, in same plane, in different plane, by using analytical method as well as graphical method. So we start our today's lecture. Now basically, what is balancing? So first topic is introduction and why balancing is needed. What is the need of balancing that we are going to discuss. It is a machine consists of a moving as well as stationary part. Due to self-weight, all parts develop static forces under stationary positions. In addition to this, when machine operates, we are talking about the machineries. Okay. In addition to that, when machine operates, rotating part develop dynamic forces. Okay. कोई भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स या मशीन होगा जिसके अंदर रोटेटिंग पार्ट्स होंगे तो इट इज़ ऑब्वियस दैट रोटेटिंग पार्ट्स इन मूविंग कंडीशन दे विल डेवलप द डायनेमिक forces here. Okay, and these forces may or may not be in the equilibrium condition, may not be in equilibrium conditions. Okay, so if developed forces are not in equilibrium, then it generates undesired effect, okay, on the performance of the machine and produces the vibrations in the system. If the forces are not in equilibrium, okay, then there will be a generation of undesired effect, and then undesired effect is in terms of producing the vibration in the system. Now basically what is the balancing? Okay, so that due to above conditions there is the balancing comes into the picture here. That's why balancing is necessary. Now what is balancing? So basically often an unbalance of force is produced in a rotary or reciprocating machinery, जो आगे हमने देखा, due to the inertia forces associated with the moving masses. So balancing is the process. Now how can we define balancing? It is one definition is given to you. Now basically balancing is the process of designing or modifying machinery so that the unbalanced force or unbalance is reduced to an acceptable level and if possible it is eliminated entirely. जिस वजह से अनबैलेंस और अनडिज़ायर्ड इफेक्ट हो रही, या तो अनडिज़ायर्ड इफेक्ट को हम पूरा एलिमिनेट करेंगे और अप टू द एक्सेप्टेबल लेवल हम उसको रिड्यूस करें. तो ये रिड्यूस करने की, एलिमिनेट करने की जो पूरी प्रोसेस है, दैट फिनोमिना, दैट प्रोसेस इज बेसिकली नोन एज बैलेंसिंग. ओके, so balancing is the process of designing or modifying machinery so that the unbalance is reduced to an acceptable level. If possible, it is eliminated entirely. This phenomena is basically known as the balancing. Okay, so why balancing is necessary now? The high speed of engines and other machines is a common phenomena nowadays. It is therefore very essential that all the rotating and reciprocating parts should be completely balanced as far as possible. So harmful effects and undesirable जो effect है वो उसमें produce ना हो. Okay, so if these parts are not properly balanced, the dynamic forces are set up. These forces not only increase the loads on the bearings and trusses in the various members, but also produce unpleasant and even dangerous vibrations. Okay, so now first topic is the balancing of rotating masses. Okay, so whenever a certain mass is attached to a rotating shaft, it exerts centrifugal forces whose effect is to bend shaft to produce vibration in it. Okay, so this is done in such a way that centrifugal force of both masses are made to be equals and opposite. The process of providing the second mass, जो एक मास है उसकी वजह से हमको अनबैलेंसिंग हो रहा है, तो हम सेकंड मास उसका अनबैलेंस दूर करने के लिए हम मास अटैच करेंगे उसके अंदर. Sorry. So this is done in such a way that centrifugal force or both masses are made to be equal and opposite. The process of providing the second mass in order to counteract the effect of centrifugal force to the first mass is called as balancing of rotating masses. Okay. So now there are different types here, balancing of rotating masses in same plane, rotating masses in a different plane. Okay, so these are the different things. So first balancing of a single mass rotating by a single mass, जो एक मास है उसका opposite direction में हम same magnitude का but in opposite direction mass add करेंगे, so it will be completely balanced, but it is the single mass rotating in a same plane. Okay. Now balancing of several masses rotating in the same plane. There is one individual plane, उसके अंदर पूरे अलग अलग masses है वो rotate हो रहे. So there is one space diagram shown here. Okay, this is the x-axis, this is y-axis. We can say that now there are four different masses are acting here. First is the m1, then m2, then m3, then m4. These are the four masses, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now for example 4 masses are we are denoting as m1, m2, m3 and m4. Okay, got it? There are 4 masses, m1, m2, m3 and m4. All masses having its radius of rotation. कितनी radius पे वो घूम रहे हैं, कितना उसका radius of rotation है. So it is denoted by r1, this r2, r3 and r4. Okay, masses and radius of rotations are given to you here. This one theoretical example, उसके ऊपर से उसका हम analytically analysis करेंगे. ठीक है. So this and these are 4 forces acting, FC1, FC2, FC3, FC4, and after that we will find the resultant force here. Okay, then there are this F1 M1 mass is at theta 1 from x-axis, M2 is at theta 2, M3 is at theta 3 and M4 is at theta 4. So angles are given to you, angular position of that particular masses M1, M2, M3, M4 in the plane is also given to you. So this is the generalized space diagram. So considering that 4 masses M1, M2, M3, M4, radius of rotation R1, R2, R3, R4 and theta is the angles, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, 4 respectively. Okay, good. So first we will solve the analytical method. Now what are the steps of analytical method that we will today discuss? Now in analytical method, first we are resolving all the forces in horizontal direction and then we will rotate in the vertical direction. So we will define first the horizontal component sigma h by using the equation m1 r1 cos theta 1 plus m2 r2 cos theta 2 plus up to plus जितने भी masses है m4 r4 cos theta 4. Same way we will define sigma v means summation of vertical masses resolving vertical to this m1 r1 sin theta 1 plus m2 r2 sin theta 2. Same way it will go to m3 r3 sin theta 3, m4 r4 sin theta 4. Okay, then we will find the magnitude of resultant centrifugal force. So it is Fc is equal to under root of sigma h square plus sigma v square. Okay, same way we are going to find the angular position of that resultant mass force. So it is tan theta is equal to summation of v divided by summation of h. Okay, so theta is equal to tan inverse वो हम find करेंगे. Then resultant centrifugal force, we know that generalized equation is Fc is equal to mr. We are considering omega is equal to 1 radian per second. So we are neglecting omega here. So Fc is equal to mr. This is the finalized equation of centrifugal force of resultant balance force. Fc is equal to mr. Okay. Same way there is a graphical methods also. Now in graphical method हम space diagram हो गए उसके क्या करेंगे हम parallel हम vector diagram पूरा draw करेंगे by using some particular scale. Okay, here it is Fc is equal to mr. हम force ये force polygon draw करें तो Fc is equal to mr, so it kg into meter. Okay, Newton into meter or kg Newton into meter is the unit. So we can consider that 1 Newton into meter is equal to 1 kg into सेंटीमीटर, ऐसा हम कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, गुड. सो बाय यूजिंग दिस रोलर स्केल वी कैन डायरेक्टली ड्रॉ दिस diagram also. So this way we can draw this force polygon by using m1 into r1. So we can take scale particular. For example, it is the Fc1 is the 10 Newton into meter. So we can consider scale 1 centimeter is equal to 1 Newton into meter, 1 kg into meter. जो भी scale है उसके हिसाब से हमको ये parallel lines draw करनी है. अभी इसमें कैसे करेंगे? For example, first is this m1 force. तो we are उसके parallel हम ये m1 force draw करेंगे. फिर it is m2 f2 force centrifugal, इधर है centrifugal force दूसरा draw करेंगे. इधर है तो थर्ड ड्रॉ करेंगे, फोर्थ करेंगे। बाद में जो बाकी का जो ये फोर्स पॉलीगॉन कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहा है वो दोनों लाइन को हम कंप्लीट करेंगे। एंड दिस ये जो डिस्टेंस आएगा इट इज़ नोन एज द रिजल्टेंट डिस्टेंस। उसको डिस्टेंस मेजर करके उसको स्क्वेयर में कन्वर्ट करके वी विल गेट द फाइनल सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स डिस्टेंस एफ सी इज इक्वल टू इतना पूरा वो हमको, दिस इज नोन एज द ग्राफिकल मेथड। ओके, कई बार हमको ये इफ it is in the same plane we can directly draw this by using this space diagram. We will draw this force diagram, then we will directly find out the value of this resultant force. अभी जो ये resultant force है उसको parallelly हम इसके अंदर draw करेंगे, so we will get its angular position also, so by using this force polygon. So this is the method of graphical method of balancing of rotating masses but in same plane. In next lecture we are going to study this theoretical approach by using analytical method and graphical method for several masses that are rotating in a different plane. So there will be a distance from the reference plane will be considered here. Then there will be a force diagram and couple polygon will come into the picture that we will see in next lecture. So if you have any doubts in today's lecture, please write down in the comment box. Please like and subscribe this channel for more educational videos. Thank you so much for attending today's lecture. Thank you all.